Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Journal Entry. And this week, it's all about sorting, I guess. I've been doing a lot of breaking down of sets, which is always something because I feel like I'm buried in Lego and I've got a lot of backlog. I still want to build some things, but I'm always running out of space. I don't have very much shelf space at all. But that means it's a good idea to be breaking things down so I can kind of put them away and have them so I have easy access as I'm really driving. I'd love to have for Thanksgiving week, make that a big mock week. So I'm trying to sort and get ready for this building season. Maybe I'll have kind of a Lego Fest be like Thanksgiving week. It's kind of like, since I'm taking it off and I'm not really going anywhere, then I'll have the week to be doing a lot of building and cleaning other things. I'm sure I'll get in the honey-do list for around the house, but I do want to concentrate on building and having a lot of fun, relaxing, and of course we'll be hosting quite a bit of as many folks as we usually can on Thanksgiving. It's a lot of fun. So this last week I have not really completed a lot of building. The week before I did La Katrina. I need to actually put her away somewhere. Now that we are past Halloween is done, Day of the Dead is no longer. It's now full sight on Thanksgiving, and we are in the full holiday season, I guess. The big thing is that the Lego deals are out there. So whether it's Target, check your Costco's. I'm sure Walmart's going to be kicking in some really good deals. I've been hearing about some clearance. Lego is leaking tons and tons of stuff. In fact, the big news, the internet gets broken. I feel like every day with Lego leaks. There's going to be a goat in the next CMF, apparently, which is pretty wild. That'll actually play really well into Castle or any sort of like medieval theme, or if somebody's doing a farm. Or some sort of like even like a mountain hillside landscape. Goats and stuff like that they're in hot commodity for some reason. These animals, they should almost come up with an accessory pack of just nonstop animals. I feel like maybe they kind of do that a little bit when you go to a Lego store and you can build a figure, you can always add an accessory. In a lot of cases, there's been parrots in there. There's been owls. I know I've snagged an owl, maybe an eagle here or there. So there have been some pets in the accessory bin. That could be something. They could kill it with an animal pack of some kind. I mean, you think about what's the number one thing a lot of Lego builders do. The first thing is we've got to build a huge Lego city, and like your Lego city is going to need, you probably have a zoo, or maybe you do a farm, or you do whatever, and that's maybe in Lego City. There's just not enough farms. Why are they always doing police stations and fire stations? It's kind of a boy stereotype. Like, maybe we need to go to farms. They need to do a farm, and I'm sure there have been a few. I know there have been a couple, but why not? Why not do more of those types of things? I mean, that's what people are doing. They're building their cities. Like, I really like what the modular series has been doing. I feel like a lot of folks are building their city really around those modulars. So every time they come up with like a new, like whether it's a jazz club or a hotel or a theater or a green grocer, the original OG style modulars, that it really helps you kind of build out your. They've done the police station. They've done just a ton of stuff. The diner. It's just been so much. So why not for city continue to they need to build out people's farms or animal or zoo, like create some sort of a zoo pack or something like that. Maybe it's already been done and I should do my research. I just feel like there's always, like at the Brickworld Chicago, people were running around and dropping sick money on animals. It's pretty crazy. The other thing Lego should really think about doing is that Star Wars CMF has to happen. There's just too many characters. There's too much opportunity, and if they don't, why not just I think that's the strength of the Microfighter line. They really need to keep going with the Microfighter line, but just put really appealing side characters or main characters that we've been wanting. I feel like that is a big one. So, what else is new in the Macari world, which I always have my link down below? It's your last chance to help me out before the end of the year. It's been a while. I think it's been a year since anybody's used my link. It's still active. I always put it in the description. Again, it's the only way to help me out. Many of you probably already have an account, but if you don't, down below there's a great one. Again, you get discount for buying. You get a discount when you list a bunch of items. Then you can get a discount code. It's pretty nice, or at least when you sell. Right, once you sell a certain amount, it unlocks a lot of extra bonus dollars, and I've used that over the time. And actually, I'll do a video upcoming, for the holiday season, kind of the impact that starting a Macari account, and again, it could be, if you don't like Macari, that's totally fine. There's other apps. You could do eBay, you could do others, you could do WhatsApp if you really like to do, or what is it, Whatnot? Whatnot if you like WhatsApp. You can do WhatsApp, want to do that kind of auctioneer style, which has really been big, I'm sure, for some of the larger content creators that have a really strong following. You can kind of bring that over into another platform and sell a lot of your gear, right? It's a pretty interesting concept. It kind of felt like it went hot, kind of flamed out a little bit, and now you're kind of starting to see it creep back in. I'm sure it kind of yo-yos a little bit based on the demand for new stuff. So in the Macari world, just kind of a preview, all time I've sold over $700 in just stuff around the house, and then I've converted into some really great stuff. A lot of figures. I've done some of the battle packs I've been able to collect. I've done quite a few of the advent calendars, and I still have a few to go. I really haven't made much progress there. Kind of in a stalemate. I do need to sell some stuff, I think, ultimately, to kind of keep the momentum going. You don't want to sell more than $600 in a year. Again, I don't really give tax advice, but that's kind of where you start to. If you list $600, the app assumes that you're going to sell $600, and so then you have to submit your 1099 so that they can properly report and pull out taxes, and anything over $600. So that's an interesting thing. I kind of wish they would up that a little bit to, even $1,000 seems a little bit more reasonable, or even $2,000 for kind of a hobby seller, because I kind of see myself as, this is a great way for me to sustain my hobby in a way, right? Getting a couple $1,000s per year really, really could help me kind of slowly collect back some of the Star Wars sets that I missed, especially the ones with figures and stuff like that I really want to have in my collection. That way, if I'm ever doing a mock, or anything along those lines, or I need a scene that needs that figure, then I've got that. So buying and selling has been good. It's been really slow. I really haven't been, but part of it is I haven't really put a lot of time and effort. So that would be kind of nice. I'm hoping Macari does some sort of a get your listings in for the holiday. They kind of did that already, so I missed the boat a little bit, but I feel like if they do it again, I'd be pretty pumped. It makes sense for them to do a Black Friday listing, so that way people can, and then send out, I'm sure they'll do a coupon for people who are buying. I'm sure there'll be another one to kind of get things started on Black Friday. So, and again, that reminds me, there's deals out there. I think Lego is going to be a tough market this year. I think number one is that there's probably going to be a lot of secondhand Lego being transacted, which takes away from Lego as a first-hand seller. Although Lego also owns the largest third-party market in Bricklink, which apparently this week got hacked. So be careful on Bricklink. No, I would say I think it's going to be kind of a tough year for new sets, because again, I think video games and some of those other activities are starting to kind of really like gaming, video gaming, those types of things. And that's actually what sent me into my dark ages. So I think that's kind of kicking in, probably taking a lot of attention. My kids have actually stopped really doing much Lego at all. They do like a little bit around the holidays. Harry Potter was their thing, but they just don't have a connection to it like I did growing up. So that's it for this episode. What I would say is this week there's going to be I finally have a couple hauls because of the deals that are out there, so that is awesome. I'll continue to I have a little bit of extra time this last week to do some recording, and I'm doing a lot of breaking down and sorting, so stay tuned for some of that. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week on another journal entry. Bye for now.